Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I want to address another viewer question that popped up on my Instagram last night. So shout out and thank you to BatJL for giving me this question. It's a good question. I've mentioned it a little bit like here and there in certain videos depending on the topic. And so the question was, what do I think about, well basically, yeah, my opinion about actors that are cast in roles in the DCEU that don't necessarily match their comic book character. So the example that the person who asked this question, the example they gave was, for instance, you know, a lot of people had a problem with Ezra Miller when he was first announced that he would be playing Barry Allen the Flash in the DCEU, in Justice League, in his own solo movie, and also we saw him cameo in BVS. A lot of people made swift judgments on him simply because he didn't look like Barry Allen in the comics. So, you know, Ezra Miller has dark hair, you know, dark eyes, is not a blonde hair, blue-eyed character like Barry Allen is depicted in the comics usually. So that was instantly what people had a problem with before they even knew or saw anything from him as the character, as Barry Allen the Flash. So, and also, I guess, you know, the pictures that people were seeing of him at the time, he was like, had long hair about down to his shoulders. He was scruffy with like facial hair. So, and he would have like his hair in a ponytail sometimes, or a half ponytail. So, he really didn't look the part at all, to be honest. And my husband was actually one of those people that was, you know, texting me from work, and he was like mad that, you know, why would they pick this guy, and he looks nothing like the Flash, and he's too feminine looking, and, you know, which really he's not when he shaves, you know. I mean, he just because the long hair, I guess maybe he thought he was too feminine of a person. But I was trying to tell him, you know, I was like, calm down. They're obviously not going to leave him looking like that in the movie. I know in the little clip that they show in BVS from Lex Luthor's files, he has long hair and like facial hair or whatever. Excuse me. But, you know, obviously we see him in Justice League. He's not going to look like that, and I highly doubt he's going to look like that in his movie. So, sorry, excuse me. Again, like I was saying, I was telling him, calm down. We don't know how he's going to do yet. They're obviously going to change up his look, probably clean him up, cut his hair. I wasn't really expecting them to dye it blonde to match Barry Allen from the comics, which they haven't done. So, that I wasn't surprised about. I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me. The fact that he has a different color hair and different color eyes, like, doesn't bother me at all. And, I wasn't familiar with him as an actor before he was cast in, the DCEU. So, I didn't feel one way or the other about, his acting skills. Like I was saying, I didn't feel negatively or positively about him as an actor in the role of the Flash or Barry Allen. I just wanted to wait until we saw him, at least something from him, you know, in one of the movies, before making a judgment like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see more of him, or no, maybe he wasn't the best choice. So, after seeing his cameo in BVS, and by cameo I'm not referring to the clip, I'm referring to, not the clip in the gas station. Well, that was cool too, but I mean more of the cameo where he's, you know, coming through the Speed Force and he's telling Bruce that he needs to find them to form the Justice League. That really made me like excited to see more of him as the Flash. That hooked me. And also my husband changed his mind after that. You know, so now he's an Ezra Miller as the Flash, Barry Allen fan. And so I like him as the Barry Allen the Flash so far. I think I'm really going to like him in Justice League. he's the new character that I'm really looking forward to seeing the most in Justice League. Seeing him in the suit, I think he looks great as the Flash. I know we don't really see, like, his face much, except, like, you know, part of his nose and down there, down here. But I think he looks great as the Flash. And I think, like, the action sequences that we've seen so far in the trailers, he just looks, his facial expressions are good. His, you know, his body, the way he's, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like the way he's crouching down on the ground and doing all these cool movements that you would probably expect to see the Flash to be doing. And some you wouldn't even expect, but you're like, hey, that looks really cool. Like when he's, you know, like throwing the lightning down on the ground, on the top of that roof. And it's just like, I really like seeing him as the Flash. So I'm an Ezra Miller, the Flash, Barry Allen fan. I was not one of those people that was rioting basically because they didn't cast Grant Gustin. Grant Gustin? I always forget if it's Gust or Gustin. You know what I'm talking about. The Flash on the CW. Grant Gustin. Obviously they're not going to put the person that's playing him in the TV show in a movie. Come on, people. Don't get mad about that. Yes, I love him as the Flash. I love the TV show. Yes, he looks more the part of Barry Allen, and I think he's a great actor. I love him in the show. But they're not the same universe, so they're not going to cross over that way. So I don't know why people were mad. I know that people get attached to certain actors playing certain characters, and so when they see that someone else is going to play them, whether it's in a TV show or a movie or whatever, it's hard for them to accept that person as that character now. So I understand that. But it's unrealistic and doesn't make sense for people to think that they're going to cast Grant Gustin in the DCEU. And so, like I was saying, I'm a Ezra Miller fan as Barry Allen the Flash. I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to portray the character really well as far as, you know, the Flash is kind of more like the funny, lighthearted, sarcastic character in the bunch. So it'd be exciting to see him bring that into the group. And as far as the other Justice League members, the people that have been cast in the DCEU, I think that probably there were people that had a problem with all of them in their own way, but I think Ezra Miller and Gal Gadot probably got the most backlash, I guess you would say. And I guess Ben Affleck got backlash too, but I don't think it was necessarily because of his looks. I think a lot of people just didn't think that he would play the role well, but a lot of people changed their minds after seeing him play Bruce Wayne in Batman. And by the way, he looks great as Bruce Wayne in Batman. I think he's my Bruce Wayne. He's my Batman now. I'm never going back to anyone else. And same with Henry Cavill. He's the most like Superman-ish person I've ever seen. He is Superman. Like, it's even weird for me to watch him in other movies now because I just see him as Superman. So, Gal Gadot, she's beautiful, she's strong. I don't care that she's taller and thinner. I think she put on a good deal of muscle. I think she looks beautiful. She's great. She portrays Wonder Woman very well. I can't wait to see all of them together again in the Justice League. And so, thanks again for the question. There's some links in my description for you guys, for my Twitter, for my Patreon account. And keep the questions and topic suggestions coming. I really like having that kind of dialogue and interaction with you guys, and it gives me ideas for what to talk about. So, hope I answered your question substantially. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.